Happy Thursday and welcome to On the Move with Nan and Kam and River and Alison Hale.
Woo, woo.
Welcome, guests.
Hey, thanks
How
for
are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
River, this is big time that you're allowing us to monopolize your time on a snow day.
I
Yeah.
don't have anything else to do.
Nothing else. Right now. We interrupted his Goosebumps viewing.
Watching the new Goosebumps.
Okay. Love that. We'll try to
Also-
make this as fast as possible to get you back to your goosebump and your snow hangout that you've planned with your friend. What were you going to say, Cam?
River's the youngest guest we've had on the pod.
You are.
Well, what an
Wow,
honor.
Yeah.
that's an honor.
Making history right now.
Yeah, real history. Good idea with that. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
So we have River on the pod today because, as you might have known, we've referenced River plenty of times because River, Alison, and Cam are all training with the 10K training team, the YMCA 10K training team. You're still doing it. YMCA 10K training team. The Tuckahoe location. Alison and River did go to the Midlow location this last week. So they're popping around, but training for River's first 10K, which is very exciting. River, how long have you been running? Tell us a little bit about that. When did you start?
I've been running for a year. About the spring of 2024, she signed me up for cross country against my will. I really didn't want to do it, but after the first practice, actually thought it was pretty fun, so I stuck with it.
Yeah. They did a lot.
Nice.
They practice over at Deep Run Park. It's through the Tuckahoe Y, but they have cross country and they practice at Deep Run Park. So he got to do a lot of trail running, and that's where his if he's gonna run, he wants to be like on the trails. He prefers that to the road running.
Also, my coach was the most hardcore person ever. One time he made us do like 10 burpees in this. It was like a Simon Says thing for running exercises, and if we lost, we had to go back to the beginning and like do like 3 or 4 burpees.
He's very Coach Jason.
Yeah, I'd be listening real strong because I would not want to be going back.
Very dedicated.
Yeah.
But the end of the cross country season ended with a 5K out at Dory Park. So he got to do a couple of 5K races through his cross country experience.
And the second time, Coach Jason cried, which I thought was insane. That was like
He loves you,
unknown
River. That's
appearance. Never happened.
Yeah, he got real emotional after the fall season's okay. But
Hey.
he's passionate.
What you're doing is cool. All your
Yeah.
progress is amazing.
Allison, when was your first race? When did you start running?
My first run? Oh my God. Well, it was a long time
3
ago.
centuries ago.
Al it was probably a 10K. It has to have been. I don't know what year it was like, but it was definitely one of the Monument Avenue 10Ks because I had some throwback shirts that I've only recently gotten rid of. So yeah, it was a 10K for sure. And I think I did the training program through the Downtown Y. I don't know that I actually attended many of those runs. I will never forget
that
after
is
running my
okay.
first 10K being so sore. Like I could not walk because I just didn't train properly and I didn't run a ton and took me out. But we've improved a lot since then.
Allison's also talked about it, or we've talked about Allison, but Allison has matriculated now through the training teams and training programs at Sports Backers. So she has completed 2 marathons. So really found the love of running. So she's not sore after a 10K anymore.
No, not at all. Yes, the 10K is such a great starting place. It got me going, but it is funny to come full circle when you've run a marathon and done marathon training team, which is shout out, fantastic program through Sports Backers as well. But our first run with MTT was 7 miles. So
Yeah.
See, that's
and your
a
first
lot.
run for YMCA 10K training team is 1,
One.
which is great.
it's great.
Yeah, sticking to my 10K training team.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you
right.
very much.
Yeah.
So, River, what made you want to do the 10K, or what made you want to start doing the 10K training team?
So at school, they had the new activity lineups for the second semester. One of them was 10K training team, and I thought I kind of wanted to do that. I didn't end up going with it because I forgot to fill out the sign up form for the
It happens.
things. But then my mom took the idea. She took the idea to go and like sign us up for 10K training team.
Yeah.
I was
wanna
forced
think-
against my will.
You want to train for a 10K? I got just the thing for you, my friend. We got this.
I'm sensing a theme with I was forced against my will.
Right.
No, you should not call me Alison.
Okay.
Mom is acceptable. We know who Mom is.
We know who Mom is. Yeah.
Calling me Alison?
Yeah, I did.
Well, it should.
Yeah. Mom equals Allison. We got it.
Yeah. Were you nervous at all on the first week? And how have all your training sessions been?
I've never been that nervous because up until now, I've run those distances before, and I can get pretty consistently okay times on there. And then the 3 mile came, and I thought I was really skeptical about doing it, but it actually killed it. And something I need to say is, about a couple weeks ago, there was the 2 mile run, and it was in terrible conditions. It was like freezing.
It was.
Rain.
It was terrible.
It was, yeah.
But we did it.
We did it.
Yeah?
Yep.
And how did it make last week feel?
It made it feel easy.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Because we did that those hard conditions. And the other thing we've been doing is, and this is kind of Cameron inspired, we have really taken to the intervals. So we do a 2-minute run, 1-minute walk, and it really helps a ton. And our pace is not really diminished. Yesterday on our training run,
on the second mile, we got 10:59, which is fastest yet, is under 11 miles.
And we were still doing the 2 and 1.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like pretty close to what my normal mile is if I was going to run a straight mile.
Yeah.
So that's impressive.
Yeah. No, it's the training. It really helps, like just mentally knowing you have that like little break. It helps just keep you going. So.
Yeah,
the last 10K
when I came out to the first day of training and we did those intervals, that was I still did it faster than I normally would have with those intervals. Shout out to River. So yeah, that's good. Do you plan on training through the snow, River?
No.
Yeah.
Don't plan on
I don't think we're gonna run today. We ran yesterday.
Probably not gonna run tomorrow.
We might go to maybe we'll go to the Y.
I did like going to the
You
Y.
go to walk, yeah.
The treadmill.
He likes the treadmill.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you like because Midlow is significantly, and I know you used to live there, but significantly hillier probably than Tuckahoe. Did you like that, or is it not? Am I wrong? It is.
It's not that bad. I didn't really feel any different.
I think the route they had us do on Saturday was not one of the hillier. We did there was a good downhill, and I think the uphills were gradual to get back to the Y. It really wasn't that bad. But there are some hilly runs over there.
I know you guys ran together a lot for cross country. What has it been like? Has it been fun for you, Allison, to have a new running buddy again?
Honestly, he does not stop talking the entire
I got to run with him.
And there have been several runs where we'll get a few paces in and I'm not saying anything and he'll just be like, what do you want to talk about? So because he reads, we both read a lot. So we'll tell each other about our books that we're reading. You do read a lot. He's really into this new
it's on anime/manga. It's Japanese.
Yeah, so he tells me about that. One Punch Man?
One Piece.
One Piece. I get it. There's a couple. They all sound the
same.
No,
they don't.
Anyway. So he tells me about that. I was telling him about when I was reading Onyx Storm. Keeping it
PG.
Keeping it PG. But we talk about that. We have been watching
How I
Met Your Mother as a family, which just putting it out there, not really a family show to anybody interested, but it's working in our house, and we talk about that some.
I'm gonna say I have the worst opinion of all time by saying I like How I Met Your Mother more than Friends. I know it's a terrible opinion.
That is controversial. That is really controversial.
I know it's not a common opinion, but
I think you need to watch the entire series before you make the decision, because the end of How I Met Your Mother is terrible.
I used to watch. My mom used to put Friends on when I was younger, and she would be just laughing the whole time, and I would just be like, I don't get it. But now, as an adult, I watch it. I think it's funny.
River very much enjoyed Friends, but he got really into it. He just gets into whatever we're watching.
Are you the only kid on the training team right now? Do you know, on your training team, or are there other kids?
I'm the youngest.
There was another kid.
There are other kids, but I'm the youngest on the training team.
At Tuckahoe, we'd have to look in the at the data. I don't know if he's the youngest overall in training team.
Wow, I'm gonna look at that data today.
Yeah,
gotta figure that out.
Yeah, because if we could have the title of this podcast be River Hale youngest person on training team,
even better.
Well, some people at school are doing it. I don't know if they're signed up on the official Sportsbacker page, or I don't know if that they're
Right,
studying.
'cause
Some of them are younger than me.
Because there's a middle school. The activity that he was going to sign up for is through the middle school, and so fifth graders are able to do it. And so yeah, I'm sure there are kids that are younger than you doing it.
So, River, I know you said that you did 5Ks for cross country.
Mm-hmm.
Is a 5K the furthest distance you've run?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
We're coming up on a 4-miler soon.
we got 3.5 on Saturday.
3.5.
Ooh,
Well, three and a
okay.
half is even further than you've been. So,
Yep.
how are you feeling about that?
I'm not that stressed because it's not a race. The race is always
Exactly.
make you more stressed than you should be.
The pressure
Right.
makes you go faster.
Yeah.
It motivates you. It does.
And your adrenaline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. So yeah, we're not racing for anything. Just 3.5 casual miles on training team. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll be great.
What are you most excited about for race day?
The feeling of finishing it, and my school has like a giant like fair that same day. The good thing is I get to skip this thing called the fun run, which is one lap around the track, also known as a quarter of the mile. So yay, I get to skip the
So
fun
you skip
run.
the one lap and you
Yeah.
just
You sit.
Yeah, I get to skip it.
I was about to say you skipped the fun run to run a whole 6.2 miles.
Yep, pretty
And
much.
you're
Yeah, it's fun.
excited
They,
about
they
it.
have the Village Green Fair at school on that Saturday, so they'll come home from doing the 10K and then go party up at the school.
So for everybody that doesn't know, River has a younger brother named Jude. I know Jude's not doing the 10K. Is he doing the mini or is he just
He's
cheering
not.
from the
No,
side?
Jude will be hanging out with mom in the merch tent while dad and River run. the
That's
10K.
even
Should I go
better.
with Jude?
No.
Okay.
That's even better
Let's
because
let
then I
Jude
can
watch
I can pop in and see Jude during
Yeah,
race day.
everybody can
He's
stop
going to be
by,
an entrepreneur.
stop by the merch tent to say hi to Jude. To meet.
Is he pretty good at sales? Will he get some stuff sold for you?
I would imagine he won't speak the entire morning. Would be my guess.
Okay, he'll speak to me.
Jude does
Yeah.
not like crowds. Jude does not like a lot of people. So I think he will be a little over. It'll be interesting, and I think he'll feel safe in the tent where there's the tables and we're separated
Where
from
he's
the
blocked
madness.
off.
I don't think he wants to go into the melee personally.
Believe it or not, I think Jude. I think Gregory Thursday. He's probably not going to talk
He's
to
not gonna
anyone.
Okay.
He's going to sit there.
We're going to get him to talk. If you've ever met a duo that could get somebody to talk, it's us.
Yeah, we'll get him to say a few things.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe he'll be interviewed live on site.
There you go. Get his take on the whole thing. I'm sure it'll be.
Yeah.
So on race
River.
day, are you running with your dad?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. He's just not doing training team. He's training solo.
Yes, he's training.
Okay. What were you going to
Okay.
ask him?
Have you ever seen what it looks like? How many people are out there on race day?
No, I really haven't.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. My first 10K that I went to when I first started a couple years ago, I got out there and was just like, what the heck are all these people doing out here? It was literally like, psh. So I'm excited for you to see all those people. There's so many people out there. It's
There'll be
crazy.
at least 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Also, if you think that you feel good during training team, which your mom told me that you after last week said you can definitely do a 10K because you could confidently, it felt good to do 3 and it was more fun. I think the 10K is one of those races, and I don't always love a race, but if you can enjoy training team, the 10K will be so enjoyable because you're so distracted because there's like everybody in costume, everybody on the side with funny signs cheering you on. You're going to have fun.
You're going to have a lot to talk about for sure.
Yeah.
And I think people are going to be excited to see. Like, I think you get even more cheers because you're a kid, and it's cool to see a kid actually doing it.
Yeah. I wasn't running
get your
any
sticker.
amount of mileage at your age at all. I was like crying that I had to run the 1 mile fitness test.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
River, do you have any goals for race day or for
Mine-
training?
My main goal is for on the race to finish in under an hour and 15 minutes. That's
It's a good goal.
Okay.
the only goal.
You
Very
got it.
doable.
Your only goal.
Hour and 15. So are you going to hold your dad to that too?
No,
You might leave them.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
not gonna sleep.
Yeah, if you see your time coming up, you're going to leave him in the dust?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
When you were talking about that you've been forced into it by your mom, I know your mom can be very persuasive when it comes to physical activity, which is I think it's a good thing. Do you like that you have somebody that is pushing you like this?
No.
Sorry, one for a heartfelt answer.
He said no. He's trying to tell us
He's
no.
honest.
We talked about this the other night. Me and Andrew talked about this because I think it was Saturday after our run, because I was like high after that run. It was great. Like, we had so much fun. We had a great time, like great pace. It was fun to run in my old neighborhood. Like, I loved everything about it. And I was like, do you think that like I was reflecting on my own childhood, and I love Papa Juan and Melba are the best. Like, I love my parents to death, but they are not runners and they would never have done this. And I was just thinking, like, I wonder if River like will realizes how like cool this is and special, because it is. Like, yeah, he'll know in like 15 years. Like, he'll know when he's a full grown adult, like how cool this is.
Yeah, and I said that to River when we were out at the first training team. I was like, because we were talking about how many times like Allison's been through training or she's been through the 10K, and I was like, River, you're gonna look back on this year and be like, I remember that one year, my first year training with my mom. I was like, you don't think that now, but when you're like 20, you're gonna be like, my mom took me out to training. So you'll see it different in the future, but now it's just like my mom's making me do this.
Yeah, but
I think you like it though. I think you do. Yeah, I did tell your mom that I feel bad for you that she likes to take selfies immediately after a training run when everybody's like, I'm gonna throw up on my shoes, and you're like, she's like, get the camera out.
Yeah.
I have.
She got to get the sweat still dripping.
We're not going to show it, but I will tell. You want to tell them?
Yes.
Okay.
So at the end of the year, she showed me this like thing montage that the phone, that Apple the phone made it for, and it was like together or something. It was just me next to her the entire thing, and she said that is why she likes to take the photos.
Is it just selfies of you guys together?
You know how the montages, and it'll like suggest it, and one of them is like together, and it's just pictured selfies of me and him after runs. Like, well, there's a couple of.
I love that,
but it's like, and it's a good amount. It's like 13, 14 pictures. It's a good amount, and I was like, this is why I do this, because I like this. This makes me happy, and I'm going to look at this, even though he's like scowling. Like,
did he smile in any of them?
But he is smiling in some. But I don't, it's cool. And you can watch him progressively get taller than me.
Yeah, you are
shooting up.
Yeah. The next question could also be risky, since you said that you didn't like that your mom was pushing you. Next question that I have is it cool to see your mom do things? Is it inspiring to you at all to see your mom do things like running a marathon that she thinks she can't do? Does that make you feel more like you can do things that you can't? That you didn't
not really.
Give Nan something, man. Give her a good answer. Come on.
I'm giving her the honest answer.
He's being honest. Yeah.
So you are not inspired by anything I do.
I think he's playing cool though.
Running the
marathon. He's playing cool.
Watching me get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go out and run 12 miles on a Wednesday morning before work did not inspire you.
No, it didn't.
It inspired me, Alison.
What are you going to do? Thanks, Cam. Thanks, Nan. Appreciate it.
I mean, y'all inspired me when you said that, when you brought up that you had to do the really, really gross training run. I was inspired by that because I was working out inside that day here in the Swarm house. And the first thing when I noticed that there was a bunch of ice on my deck, I texted your mom and I said, I can't believe you and River are still running today, because there's a lot of adults who would wimp out on a training run like that and choose not to go. And so it is big time that you still did it.
Thanks.
Once again, she made me do it.
I did, but I think, like, to me, I think I learned this in like one of the first years I did HMTT with you, Nan, and like one of the coaches said, you have to train for race day. Like, you don't ever know what the weather's going to be like on race day. So even though it's 2 miles, and I totally understand why people don't want to do it outside, like getting used to running in elements, because you just never know what race day is going to be. And when you have trained and worked and like had to get to this point where you're running this mileage that you didn't think you could, I just can't imagine sitting it out because it was raining or icing. And I think just getting yourself in that mindset through the process, it makes sense to me. So I think part of this whole thing is like using it as a way to help teach him that when you make a commitment, you go through with it. And sometimes it's going to suck a little bit, but it'll be over in a half an hour. And then you go home and you change your clothes and you drink some coffee or whatever. I let you have hot chocolate.
Yeah. At least it's only like 2 miles and not like 17, River. So
Yeah, at least it's cold. I'm again like MTT hot. Like we ran 18
Yeah.
miles and it was hot. No, I would rather run in the cold any day. Although it was pretty bad on Saturday. Those 2 miles were cold.
River, you got to get on Cam to get her back out there.
Yeah, you coming this Saturday?
Yeah, probably. Right?
Yeah, probably.
I have had things to do. I'm not just skipping. But I do need to get back. I was thinking
You
about
did
it
move
the other day. I was
this
like,
weekend. You moved this weekend. That was a lot.
I know.
I moved.
I get it.
And I was
Yeah.
on a cruise.
Yeah.
So I'm back. But now I'm like 3.5 miles after, because I've only did the one, and now
You
I'm going to
run it
go
all
to
in the middle?
3.5. I did the one at the end, or at the beginning, and then I did another training run one, but that's it.
Okay.
So now I'm like, okay.
You can do it.
We're gonna do intervals.
River can do it. You can do
You
it.
can do it. And Cameron,
Yes.
I will make you a deal because we can't run on race day. But if you keep training, then you and I can go out and do 10K together
Little 10K.
one day.
That'll be my first 10K.
I do part of it with you.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We'll do a 10K in the
thanks.
city. We'll do part of the course.
That's fun.
We'll run over there and run a couple miles out, a couple miles back. It'll be great. We'll do intervals.
Well, now
Okay.
it's time for your perhaps hardest questions of the interview, River. These are this or that. So there can be about anything, not just running. And I have one now too. So we only need to come up with one more. But Cameron, you can kick it off if you want.
Okay, you don't get to
Okay.
ask them. They ask you.
All right, River, this one's specifically for you. Do you prefer a day out from school, random snow day, and you get to play in the snow? Or do you prefer summer, you're out from school day, and you get to go to the pool all day?
No, because I get to stay inside a lot of the time.
Okay. Well, you can stay inside in the summer, but I know your mom likes to get you out of the house, so.
Yeah,
Snow.
he's forced to those 2 swim practices a day.
Yeah.
Fun, but
It's only one.
One. Okay. Coach Alison.
Okay.
I would do 2 days if I had the time.
And it kind of feels more magical when you're out of school, when you're like randomly out of school, than if like, oh, I'm already out for the summer.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
also probably gonna get
Okay.
school out tomorrow since it's gonna be freezing all through the night.
Well, yeah, there's
You
a good
probably-
chance it's going to snow a lot tomorrow too. So
Yeah. This is magic. I mean, it might stop being magical since you haven't been to school for a full week since Christmas, but maybe one full week.
maybe they haven't been out. They haven't been out as much as Henrico County has.
Okay.
Okay.
Mine is I am not very familiar with How I Met Your Mother, but you just finished watching Friends. Who do you think is funnier or like better, Joey or Phoebe?
There's only one answer. It's Joey. There's only one answer for the question. No,
And
Phoebe
Alison
is
can also
hilarious.
Alison can answer this one as
Who do
well.
I think is funnier?
Yeah.
Joey all the way.
That is tough.
It's Joey.
I
It's
don't
Joey.
know.
It's Joey. It's Joey.
Phoebe is really funny.
It's Joey.
Phoebe is really funny.
Like her, like sometimes it's too much, but like there are moments where she just like says the most random stuff, and it is hilarious.
That is, but
Joey
Joey
is-
is better.
I think Joey is sweeter. Joey is the sweetest character.
That is correct, but he's also the funniest.
Okay, I don't think he's the
I think, but he's not the funniest.
Chandler's the funniest.
Yes,
obviously.
that's
Sorry, it's been a while. I got to brush up. I hadn't seen it in a long time.
I'm a night. I mean, like I came of age during the show. I watched it when it came on must see TV. It was it's a big part of my
Same.
life.
Yeah, I watched it on Thursday nights.
And on Nick,
Live.
on Nick at Night.
Live.
No, I watched it live. It was still airing when I was in high school. It was on the big Thursday night lineup
Yeah.
with live episodes of Will and Grace and ER. Do you have another one,
Okay.
Cameron?
I do. I just thought of one.
Okay.
So River recently had a birthday. Jude also recently had a birthday. They're about a week apart. River, do you prefer celebrating your birthdays together, or do you prefer celebrating
Apart.
them apart?
Apart.
I would too. It's okay.
I think it's only fair to separate them apart. You'd both deserve a whole day about you.
We
Right.
did that.
Your dad also took us to something together.
Dad took you to Dave and Buster's together, but they each got to pick a restaurant to go to. We had celebrations on on both their actual birthdays. We got ice cream for Riv. We got donuts for Jude.
Ice cream and Waffle House.
And Waffle House. We had sidewalk and donuts for Jude. We had great.
Sounds like a
celebration.
great 2 birthdays.
Yeah.
We'd ask your mom this, but we know she wants to celebrate her birthday by herself. No questions.
Nobody.
Yeah. Like me too. It's okay.
Yeah, same.
Nobody's.
My dad's
nobody else
birthday
gets
is the
to
day before mine, and a lot of the times we do stuff together, and I'm like, yeah, but today, the real holiday is tomorrow on my birthday.
Nobody
so,
has a birthday
yeah.
near mine in my family, so it's
Same.
just all me.
That's a lie. I share a birthday with my cousin, but we don't live near each other. So we just text each other happy birthday. We don't have to do any celebrations together. Today's my brother's birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday,
Happy
Will.
birthday. Happy birthday, Will.
He's a Pisces? No.
Today's my brother's birthday.
It is?
Really?
My older brother's birthday. Yes,
Aw.
it is.
That's
Happy birthday,
amazing.
Evan.
Evan. Well, guys, thanks so much for being on. I love that, especially since it was last minute and you are the youngest. I'm hereby knighting you the youngest participant on YMCA 10K training team. Fact yet to be checked. But you're inspiring. Maybe your mom's not inspiring to you, but you're inspiring to the rest of us because this is nothing that would have been on my radar to do at your age. And I know mom is pushing you, but you're still out there doing it. So a huge part of it is your willpower.
Can I say
Way
one?
to go, River.
Yeah, you can say one more
Yes,
thing.
you go.
If you disagree with my How I Met Your Mother opinion, go tell me in the comments why Friends is better. Go tell me.
You heard it here first.
Yeah,
gonna win.
no.
In the
Let 'em
comments.
know, River.
Start a fight.
I know it's the later seasons that get worse, but tell me why the first seasons of How I Met Your Mother are better than the later seasons of
This
Friends.
is no longer a running podcast. This
And
is
that is
This
on
is
the move
appropriate
with
because this
Nick.
is how Cam and I usually end a podcast, is just talking about something that had nothing to
Something. Yeah.
with
So
what we
way to
started
wrap
with.
it up.
great.
Yeah.
Way
But
to
have
go.
the best snow day, and we can't wait to see you cross the finish line on April 12th. And everybody else, make sure you get registered before March 1st. The price hike. We love it. Okay.
Celebrate, celebrate.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for
Okay.
listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.